Sony Michel, his first carry. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. This running game so important for them, and they know that. Helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, Michel. Still fighting for more. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Joe, hey, let's go, come on.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
319!
To throw, it's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle is going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
21.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They run it with McKinnon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Wide open receiver, complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's going to go down again. Mike Daniels in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A give. This is Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And take it right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's caught here by Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Rodgers going to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Wide left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, check 26.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in front.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Toss play to McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Returnable here from the 38. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
21. Here we go.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Fancy footwork in midfield. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On second down, here's Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Rodgers on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Garoppolo throwing on second. A dump down to McKinnon. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
I got you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
26. That's fine, yeah.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Packers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Inside.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go to the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here again is McKinnon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play action. Now Garoppolo. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
To see which avenue they choose to go down. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. It's Michel once again. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And incomplete here on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Pulled in at the 24. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
12.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 57 yards. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's third and goal. Here is Lynch on third and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Look, there he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Space to run past the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on third down. Looking, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a big 32-yard play on third. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Crosby connects on the extra point. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Crosby on now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I'm going to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, 76 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. On the toss, it's McKinnon. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
13.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Over here. Zoom. Yeah, Liz.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Over here.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. That's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Rodgers going to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19.
What a 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Rodgers now to throw on 2nd down. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. Past the 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery with officially a 103-yard return. And the Packers get a score closer.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
4 down.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Once more with McKinnon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9.
12, by 20.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit. But I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep 3rd position and makes the interception.
Now a desperation throw deep down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now McKinnon powers through, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.